I literally started at McDonald's. I went from McDonald's one day, my last day at McDonald's. I remember being in my uniform, going to work, going straight to the bathroom. I said, what am I doing here? The minute I asked myself that question, after months of complaining, wishing that I could just be somewhere else, I left and I never went back. Then I worked at a dry cleaners months later, high-end dry cleaners. They were very expensive, and the people, it was in Dumbo, so search up Dumbo and you'll connect the dots. And it was like a sweatshop. Shout out to the sweatshops, because again, it wasn't a literal sweatshop, but it was similar in my eyes to a sweatshop. And I was working with a bunch of Hispanics, and honestly, I feel for them because um the way we were treated was not correct, but they have learned to kind of conform to the smaller things because of, I'm pretty sure, because they're from less than, or even if they're not from quote unquote less than, they're in the US in general, they're conformed to appreciate those smaller things and just accept it. I At that dry cleaners, I worked there from August to December. That December, mind you, I was doing my college work during all this. That December, I applied to an internship, and I just knew I would get it. I knew it, and I was not the best um, internee. I was not the best at all, but my mentor at that time saw something in me, and I just knew I would get it. I got it. Never went back to the dry cleaners. Got into the internship. It was the best learning wise, but it wasn't the best for me because I don't care about the celebrity shit. It was a celebrity PR firm. We're not gonna talk about that. That world, not for me. In the sense of, I just don't care enough to upkeep any type of image. Um, Left there. I didn't leave there. I got fired, but I knew what I was doing, so I got myself fired. But best experience for where I am now. I left there. That was 2 years ago. Last job. I don't have one. Haven't had one for 2 years. Um, it's been a journey. It's been a journey, but I know this is my journey, and this is where I'm supposed to be right now. And guess what? Life always provides. When you tell yourself you're not going to do something, I told myself after that day, I'm never working for anybody again. Now, yes, I've had odd jobs. I've had to work for people again, but it was on my terms. And I use my skills for those experiences. And again, everything that I've done leads back to myself, in a sense of trusting myself and believing in myself to do what I said I would come here and do. I've told myself since I was young, I don't want to be going from being a employee to manager to this. No, I want to be the one talking to the managers and the higher up, not even managers. I want to be the one in corporate talking to the higher ups. And I want to be the plug. I'm the person that people come to. I don't gotta go to nobody. I told myself that from young. That's why I even went to school for marketing, and I thought, you know what, it's a free education, let me do it. College, I was in my bachelor's program, 1 year left, dropped out. I was like, I don't want to do this no more. It's too much. My mental health is more important than anything in this world. And I think when it comes to people, that's what you need to focus on. You need to focus on not how am I going to get here, not what am I going to do, oh my gosh, life, but what do I feel? True. And when you focus on that, life will start turning around for you in ways that you could never imagine. I could have never imagined I would have been where I am in 2 years later, and I'm still good. I still look good. Do I? I'm still good. I'm probably the best I've ever been, even before, even through all that. Why? Because I chose myself every single time. Relationships wise, I wasn't one to choose myself. I started choosing myself last year. Now I'm here. Boom. Everything just keeps turning up me. And I think that is just so important, because when it comes to just life in general, life will keep throwing jabs, throwing jabs. Do you really want the things you say you want? Because if you really wanted it, you wouldn't be in certain XYZ situation. And that's the problem with most of you. You say you want something and you really don't, because you don't change the circumstances in your life because you think, oh, I need this, oh, I need that. You don't. You don't. I thought I needed a lot of shit that I just let go. And I was like, you know what? I don't know where I'm going, but I know I'm not staying here. And those are probably the best decisions I've ever made in life. In life. And in the moment, of course, you're human. Your emotions will always come and just try to boom, 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 boom. But once you make those decisions, the hard decisions, again, the decisions, every decision is hard. Me and Eddie was talking about this. Every decision is hard. It's just, are you going to make the harder decision now, or are you going to pay for it later? And most of us know the decisions we need to make now. But we think, you know what, maybe not. Maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do that. And you pay for it later. Time waits for nobody. Time is the only consistent thing, and even that shit's not real. If you know, you know. If you think about it, life is one continuous day. We've just created time to kind of track these days. We've created time to track this day. The only thing your body knows is the fact that seasons change and seasons change. The only thing your body knows is aging and change of seasons and time, but seasons. So make the hard decisions, because you will not, I promise you, it will not affect you in the ways that your brain will try to tell you it will. And your life will kind of try to keep you where you already put yourself, because this is what you want. You've stayed in it for so long, so your life will say, okay, but this is where you were at, so like, let's stay here. But in reality, you want something different. So always go after what you actually want. That nigga not treating you well, you have to beg, you have to cry, you have to threaten to leave, and leave. Don't threaten, just leave. Because there will be somebody that's not gonna have to make you do that. That job not treating you well, you have to beg for your vacation pay. You have to beg to take a vacation after you've been working there for 3 years. Leave. Because there's a job that will gladly give you vacation pay time off, let you work at home. You see what I'm saying? Make those hard decisions, because every decision is hard. You staying there is a decision that you're making, and you're kind of actually complying with everything that's going on. Are you complying? Make those hard decisions.